We know a lot about complex carbohydrates, correct? We just did a lab on one type of complex carbohydrate. What was that one called? Starch. So starch is, it's that one complex carbohydrate that we eat the most of to get energy. It is a very energy-rich molecule. Do we know what the second plant-based complex carbohydrate is that we consume? Cellulose is the polysaccharide molecule that makes up all cell walls of living plant or plant-based organisms. Human beings cannot digest cellulose. Okay? Every time you eat fruit, certain parts of fruit and vegetables, you are consuming plant cells, correct? Those plant cells are all surrounded by a cell wall. And it's that cell wall that is made of cellulose. And cellulose's role as a complex carbohydrate is that it lends structural support to these plant cells. It keeps them in the shape that they're in. Okay? Now, cellulose, we consume a lot of it. But we have not evolved a way to get energy from it. We don't know how. Our bodies cannot absorb it. If you're a termite or a herbivore out there, so like a cow or a deer or a giraffe, these organisms who rely solely on plant-based foods have those abilities to get energy from cellulose. We don't, because we can get energy from other places. Cellulose is a complex carbohydrate. It is a plant-based complex carbohydrate that we cannot digest. When we consume cellulose-high foods, we actually call that type of molecule fiber. Okay? And although you get no energy, zero energy from fiber, it is essential for you to have fiber in your diet because of what fiber accomplishes in your digestive system. So when we're talking about the purpose of having a high fiber diet, we are not talking about getting energy from that cellulose or that fiber, because it's the same thing. We're talking about the fact that cellulose is very good at grabbing onto water. So fiber holds onto water, which keeps it moist. And what it does is it kind of acts, okay, like, so if you've got all this waste sitting here and it's coating the inside of your tubes or your pipes, we'll call it, okay, so you got these build-up here and you might have build-up here and, okay, you might have a bunch of stuff here. What fiber does is it actually behaves kind of like a janitor, or it behaves kind of like a plow in the sense that it pushes things along. Okay, it acts kind of like a bulldozer, where as it's traveling through the digestive system, it's pushing along everything that's already there. It's kind of like creating, it's creating some kind of, big jam-freeing substance that breaks up any backup that you might have. So it just basically makes its way through, okay? So fiber makes its way through the digestive system and it pushes all that garbage and waste along. And it makes sure that it keeps moving in a forward direction. Okay? So fiber's role is to make sure that the waste gets out of your body. And it does that by absorbing water. So fiber holds on to water and it helps moisten the feces. So that if you consume a meal, okay, that is very high in fiber, like salads and, less meat and potatoes and bread kind of thing, more vegetables and more vegetable peels. So apple peels versus the inside of the apple, a baked potato versus mashed potatoes, you are getting more fiber. That fiber is holding on to the water, some of the water that's in your digestive system, and it's helping move along all of the waste in your lower digestive system, which causes you to have regular, we'll call it bowel movements, okay? Which means that you're emptying out the waste in your digestives that's created through digestion.